The Otsutsuki, celestial beings feared across galaxies, harvesting worlds for their own twisted purpose. Kaguya, their progenitor, arrived on Earth with a singular goal: domination. But what if their conquest wasn't destined for success? What if, hidden in the shadows, another heir existed? Deep within the castle walls, a child was born. Not Hagoromo, not Hamura, but a third son, bathed in the power of the Otsutsuki bloodline, Naruto Otsutsuki. Raised on a desolate moon, unaware of his heritage, Naruto will soon discover his true potential. Will he follow in his mother's footsteps and become a destroyer of worlds? Or will he forge his own path, a bridge between humanity and the Otsutsuki?
Kaguya had saved a piece of the chakra fruit to create a son, a pure full-blooded Otsutsuki, one that would understand her, one that wouldn't leave her, one that was immortal. He had almost feminine-like features and pale wide eyes. Imagine it without the horn. Imagine his hair is as long as Kaguya's. It dragged on the ground, but because he can fly it doesn't drag. And one horn on each side of his head, just like his mother. He also had a third eye he mostly kept closed. Time skip. Hagoromo and Hamura had just sealed Kaguya away in the moon by themselves after Naruto had refused to help. Hagoromo had sealed Naruto in a cave. It took Naruto a day to get out. By the time he had gotten out, he sped away as fast as he could, looking everywhere for his mother's chakra. But then that's when he found it. He sensed a little amount of his mother's chakra. It was a very little amount. But it was enough. Naruto rushed straight towards the chakra, but when he got there he hadn't seen his mother. It was something that looked half white and half black. Naruto, why do you have mother's chakra? Like Zetsu, I am Kaguya's will. I was born when she was sealed. Naruto, well then that makes you my real brother. Unlike those filthy half-breeds, we need to work on reviving mother right away. But first mother would need a home to stay in, something massive bigger than a castle. We would also need to rebuild Otsutsuki clan and make our mark on history. Like Zetsu, I will keep an eye on Hagoromo for now while you make home for mother to live in. Imagine all of them put together. Main Otsutsuki compounds. Naruto Pav. I have created a new Otsutsuki clan using my chakra. Most of the guards are either illusions or puppets. It's been thousands of years since Hagoromo passed away, and his sons Indra and Ashura are gone too. Their descendants, the Senju and Uchiha, have caused nothing but war. While Black Zetsu certainly played a role, it's also rather amusing. My new Otsutsuki clan is the strongest and most feared. We are the originators of all ninja clans, an elite group of unparalleled warriors. We possess immense chakra reserves and the signature Otsutsuki appearance, including horns and powerful dojutsu eyes. Even the maids are Otsutsuki. Suddenly, something interesting happened. Indra and Ashura's reincarnations arrived at my doorstep. Apparently, they've achieved peace, but I doubt it will last. They haven't fought to the death yet. Maid. Otsutsuki-sama, 3 men are here requesting an audience. Naruto. I see. Send some guards. I'll meet them personally and prepare tea in the East Wing Garden. Maid. Yes, of course, Otsutsuki-sama. Hashirama Pav. Hashirama. Can you believe it, moderate? We're meeting the founder of all clans and jutsu. Moderate. Yes, but try to be respectful. Our goal is to form an alliance and convince their leader to join Konoha. Hashirama. He's right, brother. This is serious. We approached a massive compound that resembled several castles combined. Hashirama. Wow. It's huge. Hashirama. Quiet, Hashirama. As we neared the entrance, we felt an overwhelming amount of chakra, far beyond human limits. It seemed to radiate from the 2 guards alone. Guard 1. State your business. Hashirama. We wish to speak with your clan leader, if possible. Naruto Pav. I heard a loud voice and assumed it was Ashura's reincarnation. I flew down to greet them, with my puppet guards following below. Naruto. I am the Otsutsuki clan head. You wish to speak with me? Hashirama. Wow. You're very impressive. Hashirama's expression hardened, while Madara narrowed his eyes. I felt a surge of anger. Did this mortal mistake me for a female? My third eye opened in response. Hashirama then struck him upside the head. Madara. Hashirama, you fool. He's clearly a male. Hashirama. I apologize for his behavior. Naruto. Follow me. We walked to the garden and sat down. A maid served tea. Naruto. So, what brings you here? Hashirama. We're building a village and would be honored to have you and your clan join us. Your military power would be invaluable. Naruto. Very well. I accept your proposal. Hashirama Pav. This was too easy. There had to be a catch. It took us ages to get other clans to agree, yet he said yes immediately. Naruto. Is something wrong? Did I say something unexpected? Hashirama. And no, not at all. I'm just surprised at your swift agreement. 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗵𝗲, would you mind explaining your reasoning? Naruto. It's simple. The two of you remind me of my nephews. Hashirama became downcast, while Madara seemed annoyed. Hagoromo. How so? Naruto. I suppose it's because Ashura was an idiot just like that man over there, but he is loving and caring, while Indra was smart, a little cold-hearted and sought power, but the real reason you remind me of them is most likely because you're their reincarnations. You see, my nephew Ashura was the one who started the Senju and Uzumaki, while Indra was the one who started the Uchiha, but when Ashura was chosen as Hagoromo's successor, otherwise known to you as the Sage of Six Paths, Indra grew angry and Ashura and Indra ended up fighting, but Ashura won, but a few hours later died from the injuries, but Indra soon knew that he made mistakes and apologized to his brother right before he died, but when they died their chakra was passed on to the next and created a reincarnation cycle. You two, right now, are those reincarnates you were destined to battle with each other, but now that I see you are done battling and haven't died, once you die in the later life the next reincarnations will be born. All of us were shocked at the information we just received, Naruto. The reason I said yes is so I can watch my nephew's reincarnations grow up, and the next reincarnations are most likely to be born in the Senju Uchiha or Uzumaki clan, and there you have it. Hagoromo. I see. Thank you for answering my question, Naruto. Think nothing of it. Naruto. Pav. Ugh, I can't believe what I just said. That half-breed's children, my nephews, tch like hell. The reason they fought is because of their lowly imperfections and their damn dominant human side. They never deserved the gift of chakra in the first place. All chakra belongs to mother. Naruto. Pav. A few years have passed. The Otsutsuki clan has grown immensely powerful, striking fear into many hearts. Ashura's reincarnation married and had a child, while I've set my plan to revive mother in motion, alongside Black Zetsu. Indra and Ashura clashed once more, resulting in Indra's supposed demise. Black Zetsu, however, ensured his survival for the sake of our plan. Deciding on a slumber for a few years, I awoke to find Ashura's reincarnation gone, but a grandchild born to his child. This child, now around 13, had just finished a test with their new sensei, the albino Senju's apprentice, I believe. Gathering 8 guards, I formed a circle and opened a portal to their training grounds. There, I saw a boy tied to a log, while the rather disrespectful granddaughter of the deceased Senju leader pummeled him. This is what they do with the gift of mother's precious chakra. They defile its purity. I emanated a surge of anger, and 𝐸𝐴ZN turned my way. 𝐸𝐴ZN. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, may I inquire about your presence here? I simply pointed at the girl. They dare question me? I can walk anywhere I please. They should show respect to a god. The girl's smugness fueled my irritation. She was far too arrogant. Naruto. That girl, what's her name? Her chakra feels similar to Hashirama's. I already knew her identity, but a name was necessary. Why should I even bother? As a god, I shouldn't need explanations for my actions. 𝐸𝐴ZN. Ah, I see. That's his granddaughter. Naruto. So Hashirama is gone. My slumber lasted for quite some time, 20 years, I believe. I haven't sensed his chakra signature, but I detected one closest to it, hers. Tell me, 𝐸𝐴ZN, is Madara dead as well? A shiver ran down their spines at the name. 𝐸𝐴ZN. Yes, 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Tsunade. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, do you see any resemblance between me and my grandfather? Naruto. No, you are not. Hashirama was never as violent as you are. Their face fell, evidently expecting praise. Naruto. But there is one thing you share. Their face lit up again. Tsunade. Really? Naruto. You're just as foolish as him. Goodbye. I simply wanted to see what I'd missed. Leaving them behind, I flew around Konohagakure with my guards, my gaze set on reviving mother soon. 37 years later. My plan came to fruition. I successfully bestowed the Rinnegan upon a boy named Nagato, who finally awakened its power. Obito nearly met his end last year, but Black Zetsu saved him. Currently, I'm overseeing the construction of another compound. My slumber was interrupted by a surge of chakra. Being a god, it barely affected me or my clan members. It felt like a pebble being tossed. However, upon sensing mother's chakra, I sprang up and looked out the window. There, I saw a 9-tailed fox. These were likely the tailed beasts Black Zetsu spoke of 10 years ago. Hagoromo, that fool. Splitting the 10 tails chakra into fragments. He's a nuisance, even in death. I watched as the ninja struggled against the 9-tailed fox. But before that, I noticed the previous container of the 9-tailed fox had just given birth. The redeeted woman took one child but abandoned the other. What kind of mother abandons her newborn in the middle of an attack? It disgusted me. However, the abandoned child's chakra was pure, just like mother's. It felt like an exact replica. Naruto, please protect him. Naruto. What, mother? Have you been freed? No, I haven't. But I ask you to protect that child no matter what. He is my child, just as you are. Treat him as your son. Please watch over him. Naruto. Wait, mother, don't go. I couldn't hear her voice anymore, but I would honor her request and watch over him. Emerging behind the nine-tailed fox, I levitated in the air. I grabbed one of its tails with ease and subdued the beast with a display of power that left the shinobi awestruck. Naruto. Hurry up and seal the thing already. It disrupted my slumber. And Spark. I was aware that I had to have the 9 tails in order to revive mother, but mother said my top priority was the little newborn baby. I then appear in the cavern, where little 𝐫𝐴 was asleep and calm. He wasn't like other babies who would pester me with their incessant wailing. He was like the babies of the Otsutsuki. He was quiet. I flew through my portal while cradling the peaceful little 𝐫𝐴 and appeared in front of the 4th Hokage, who had sealed the 9 tails inside a baby boy with red hair. Time skip 3 hours later. I had restored the destroyed parts of the village with a snap of my finger, but that of course was just for personal gain to show the power our clan possessed. The horrible excuse of a Hokage called a clan meeting. I usually don't go to them even if they are urgent, but I assumed this one was about 𝐫𝐴, so I opened a portal and flew through it along with my guards to see the clan heads looking at me, along with the civilian council. They were all shocked that I came. Naruto. Well, let's get this over with. Soon I see 𝐫𝐴 and the other child. I didn't bother getting to know his name because he didn't matter to me. Then my little 𝐫𝐴 started crying because of the way that insignificant mortal was holding him. It was so obviously uncomfortable for him, and 𝐫𝐴 rarely cried. I released some of my chakra and calmed the poor crying whiskered child. I then cradled him and he immediately calmed down and fell asleep. Naruto. Next time you hold a baby, you insignificant person, make sure you do it right. I fly back to my clan seat with 𝐫𝐴 in my arms, while the clan heads and civilian council are looking at me in shock. The 4th Hokage entered the room. Everyone had their eyes on him except me. I was watching a peaceful sleeping 𝐫𝐴 thinking about how cute he was. While the clan heads were talking, I took off my necklace and put it on 𝐫𝐴. Don't worry my little 𝐫𝐴, in 4 years I'll have a home ready for you to come home to your true family, the Otsutsuki. I was snapped out of my thoughts by a woman screaming. I was angry that she had just woken up 𝐫𝐴 and he was crying. I silenced her with a display of power. I felt mother was angry as well about the way this woman spoke about 𝐫𝐴, and neither was I. Naruto. Speak one more bad word about 𝐫𝐴, and I won't miss. After a few minutes goes by, 𝐫𝐴 settles down, and I put him on the table and let him sleep. Naruto. Now let's get on with the meeting. 3 years later. The day was 𝐫𝐴's 3rd birthday. I was out shopping for some last-minute gifts. I already had about 5 piles of presents, but I needed more, so I've created a portal to 𝐬𝐴GAKUR and got lots of presents for him there as well, and brought them to the compound. The servants had already finished building a compound for 𝐫𝐴 and setting it up. Yes, you heard right, a whole entire compound for 𝐫𝐴, him and only him. I've carefully watched over 𝐫𝐴 and the years of neglect he's been enduring. I of course stepped in and helped him all those time, and the necklace I gave him 3 years ago heals him if he ever gets hurt, so now it was 𝐫𝐴's turn to be spoiled. I have already secretly paid for 𝐫𝐴's ramen every time and left money under his pillow. With me by his side, I let 𝐫𝐴 grow up the way he wants. The only one who actually spoke to him and was nice to him was Mikoto Uchiha. I've remembered that name for the kindness she showed to 𝐫𝐴, and for that I will keep her safe for 𝐫𝐴's sake. She's only human so far to show care for him after all. She will play a great beneficial role in 𝐫𝐴's growth. Time skip. I arrive at the Namikaze compound through a portal with more guards than usual. It's awfully small for a compound if I'm being honest. I fly behind the compound to see everyone there and little 𝐫𝐴 as well. My eyes immediately lit up. Naruto. Hi my little Naru. 𝐫𝐴's eyes lit up and ran to hug me. 𝐫𝐴. I'm glad you're here. Kushina and Minato then walked up to me. Kushina. Hello, Otsutsuki-sama. She bowed. My face immediately contorted into one of disgust. Minato. I'm honored you're here, Otsutsuki-sama. I'm sorry for my son's poor behavior. Minato pulls 𝐫𝐴 off of me. I ignored them and lowered my head to a 𝐫𝐴 with putting his head down sadly. This child never asked for anything, even though it's his birthday. I promise you 𝐫𝐴, you'll be happy. Naruto. I brought presents. The other child's eyes lit up. I can't remember his name, but it's not like it matters. I picked up 𝐫𝐴 and put my hand up in the air, opening a huge portal and the present flowing out of it. Fuck it, I'm taking 𝐫𝐴 today. He can sleep in a guest room or with me in the meantime. I'm not gonna let him suffer anymore. Then the red-headed child ran up to the presents. 𝐫𝐴. Why, you didn't have to. I would have been happy with you just coming here, Natsuo. 𝐫𝐴. Shut up, just take them. It's not like you deserve them anyway. A few people glared in agreement whilst my third eye opens, and I put 𝐫𝐴 down and walk over to the child, and my hair flies everywhere making its way to the boy's neck. Naruto. You filthy ant, you dare talk about what he doesn't deserve. Kushina and Minato run to their son's aid. They disgust me. They didn't bother helping their other son with anything. I look back to see 𝐫𝐴𝐲 scared, so I let go of the boy and pick up 𝐫𝐴𝐲 and open a portal. I snap a finger making all the presents disappear and fly through the portal with 𝐫𝐴𝐲 in my arms and my guards following. Naruto. 𝐫𝐴𝐲, would you like to stay with me from now on? 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Can I really? Naruto. Yes, if you really want to. 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Yes, please. He had bright smile that would melt hearts and he began crying happy tears. I hugged him. Naruto. Then from now on call me Otsutsuki. 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Okay, Otsutsuki. 1 year later. 𝐫𝐴𝐲 is 4 now and he asked me if he could go see Mikoto and thank her for the birthday gift she sent. I, of course, thinking of how adorable he looked while asking me this question, said yes. 7 years later I've enrolled 𝐫𝐴𝐲 in the academy and his compound was complete when he turned 6. If I'm being completely honest, I held the decoration of the compound off for a while so 𝐫𝐴𝐲 and I could sleep with each other. Often today was supposed to be the day of the graduation exam. I never wanted him to be alone when walking to the academy and sometimes I wasn't able to take him, so I sent some guards and maids to accompany him. The Uchiha massacre was carried out by Itachi and Obito, and Black Zetsu watched as everything went down, but when Itachi was about to kill Mikoto I stepped in. I couldn't let someone precious to 𝐫𝐴𝐲 die. I saw 𝐫𝐴𝐲 running out of the compound without the guards, and with in tow buckets of paint. He had a knack for pulling pranks on everyone, but not the clan members. As they were warm and welcoming to him and he loved them, and I also threatened any of them if they weren't kind to him. I had the chefs prepare a large feast for when he returns with his headband. 𝐫𝐵. I passed again in exams, but I was waiting outside for Dad to get here while I watched all the other families congratulate their child for passing. I sat on a swing hanging from a tree, hearing people whispering about me and glaring in my direction. Naruto 𝗏. I went through a portal with my guards to see a downcast 𝐫𝐴𝐲 and overheard people talking about him and glaring at him. I immediately flew over to 𝐫𝐴𝐲 as my guards followed. Naruto. Hello there, 𝐫𝐴𝐲. 𝐫𝐴𝐲's face lit up with joy when I came to him. 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Dad, you came. Naruto. Of course I came, 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Now let's go home and celebrate. I have a big feast prepared for you and a bunch of presents. 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Really? But Dad, you didn't have to do all that. I would have been happy with anything. Naruto. Exactly, you would be happy with anything, so if you'll be happy with anything, you'll be happy with all the presents I got you, okay? 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Okay. Major time skip, wave arc. 𝐫𝐴𝐲 𝗏. I was excited at first to become a ninja, but then I found out that Natsuo and Sakura were on my team. I wasn't thrilled about it, but I had to deal with it. After all, I had no right to complain. I was standing by the gate with 4 of the guards. Dad insisted come with me for my safety. But Kakashi-sensei soon sent them back. Naruto 𝗏. Last, that stubborn ninja. Those guards were for 𝐫𝐴𝐲's protection. He dares to send them back. I dismissed the guards and decided to have some tea while worrying about 𝐫𝐴𝐲, that is, until my special senses kicked in. I immediately teleported in front of 𝐫𝐴𝐲 and grabbed 2 ninja by their throats, draining their chakra. Naruto. You weaklings dare to attack my son. You shall face the consequences. With that, they were dead. I saw a cut on 𝐫𝐴𝐲's hand and healed him, checking for any other injuries. Naruto. Are you alright, 𝐫𝐴𝐲? Any injuries anywhere? Bruises, marks, scrapes, scratches, anything? 𝐫𝐴𝐲. I'm okay, Dad, really. Naruto. I knew I should have come with you myself. I turned to see 3 children and an old mortal. I turned back to 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Naruto. Come on, 𝐫𝐴𝐲, they can complete this mission by themselves. 𝐫𝐴𝐲. But Odo-san, I can't leave them here, well, at least not Sasuke. Naruto. Oh, you're Fugaku-san, fine, alright, we can go Naru, but I'm coming with you. 𝐫𝐴𝐲. Really, thanks so much. Odo-san. And then a white-haired man jumps out. Sakura. Kakashi-sensei, you're alive. Kakashi. Yes, Sakura, now let's go. We start walking. Well, do I just fly until we get near a lake? I see a small boat, but I couldn't dare ever get inside that thing, and I won't ever plan on letting 𝐫𝐴𝐲 do so either, so I part the water with a snap of my finger. Well, they just stare in shock. I start flying and signal for 𝐫𝐴𝐲 to hurry. Naruto. Well, I'm not going to wait all day. They all start walking while I fly over. We keep moving. I sensed something but ignored it, knowing I could just kill it instantly either way. Until Naru threw a kunai a bush, and that bubblegum bitch was about to hit him until I glared at her harshly. If looks could kill, Sakura would be dead, her corpse melting into a puddle evaporating, then going down into hell. That glare would kill the Shinigami himself. While I was fantasizing about what I should buy 𝐫𝐴𝐲 for his next birthday, I heard the perverted Cyclops yell. Kakashi. Get down. The sword comes flying at me at rapid speeds. I recognized it as one of the demon swords of the mist. I should know, considering I was the person who forged all 7 of them. I catch the sword by blade with 2 fingers and inspect it closer. I never thought my own weapons would be used against me. I start to hold the sword by the hilt with one hand, whilst looking down to see a awestruck group, while I am looking at a Kaguya, who has awestruck admiration in his eyes. I'm so proud to be his father. Then I redirect my attention to the people in the trees. Naruto. You two come out of the trees now, it's painfully obvious you're there. Clearing some of my chakra and bloodlust, they start running away, so I just throw 𝗵𝐵 and look down at the stinky mortal. Naruto. You there mortal, show us to you home. Stinky mortal. Alright, let's go. I'm Skip. 𝗫𝗵𝗲. We arrived at Izuna's house and see a woman greet us. I think her name was Tsunami. But Odo-san didn't look happy when he was flying. His horns hit the roof and his hair dragged on the floor. Naruto. You expect me to stay here in this place? I can't even fly around properly. Sakura. Then why don't you walk? Odo-san looks super annoyed and disturbed. Naruto. Me walk? I'd like to see that damn Shinigami try and kill me first. 𝐫𝐴. Come on Odo-san, it isn't that bad to walk, please. Naruto. Fine. Naruto. The slight thought of walking disturbed me. I hated walking on the dirty floor, but I suppose if Naru walks all the time I don't see the trouble to it. I stop levitating and stand on the floor, but then I immediately fall face first on the floor. The dirty, disgusting floor, face first in my hair. 𝐫𝐴. Oh Odo-san, are you okay? Naruto. I am not okay. I've never walked in all the thousands of years I've lived. I've never had to get on my feet, so why now? And my hair is completely messy, but I suppose I'll deal with it for you. 𝐫𝐴. Yay. To think a great immortal being like me could be so easily controlled by a child, but I suppose I don't mind. Soon we'll be a complete family, 𝐾𝐨, you, mother, and I. Naruto. Black Zetsu had appeared in front of me. Naruto. What's wrong, brother Black Zetsu? I feel some of mother's chakra here. One of the Jinchuriki have entered the village. Naruto. Interesting. I used my Byakugan and saw the one tail in a tree, along with the Uchiha brat. Naru wasn't there, but his idiotic former twin brother was there, and a person holding Hiruzen's grandchild by the collar. Since I wanted to get a closer look at mother's chakra's container, I decided to go and rescue the child. Naruto. I suggest you mortal fools, put it down to Hokage's grandson before you start a war. And you there, Shukaku's container, can you come down? He came down, but not without saying anything. Guard. Why is mother scared of you? Naruto. Mother. Oh, has Shukaku finally gone insane after thousands of years? Since when did you decide to switch genders, Shukaku? Because last time I heard you were a boy. Well, whatever, just put the boy down. I shall be taking my leave now. Guard. Wait, what is your name? Naruto. Excuse me, he doesn't know my name. The filthy mortal doesn't know my name. I suppose I should give it to him. My name is Naruto Otsutsuki, the immortal head of the Otsutsuki clan. The 3 siblings had gained wide eyes. The 2 that were holding Hiruzen's grandchild began to sweat a little. That made me glad. Of course, I'm keeping the Otsutsuki name alive. I was just about to go home until I sensed the snake's chakra, but it was different. It's mixed with the Kazekage's body. That's why regular sensory ninja would be able to sense it. Oh well, I let it be, and let the Hokage take care of it. After all, I'm not responsible for taking care of the people of this village, just my clan, including Naru, Mikoto and her son. Flashback. Naruto. These damn fool called a council and clan meeting to vote whether or not to throw Mikoto and Sasuke out of their compound and take their money and put Mikoto in 𝗏. I'm not standing for it. Are they serious? I assume this was Danzo's doing. He was not anticipating for Mikoto to live and only assumed Sasuke would be the only living Uchiha he could so easily manipulate. I opened a portal and my guards beside me. I flew in the portal and sat in my clan seat and crossed my legs and out my fist on my cheek. Elder. Now is the time to put up the vote on whether Mikoto's funds and compound should be taken, and the vote for her to be there put in 𝗏. Hiashi voted for Mikoto's funds, the clan compound, to be taken, and for her to be put in 𝗏. He knows that if she's in it in 𝗏, it would be her duty to give birth to more Uchihas, and she would be under the control of the Leave and the rest of the clans also. Voted. I kept my hand down, and even if the clan heads didn't vote, the majority of the votes are from the civilian council, because they hate the Uchiha. But other than that, I won't let them find out the secrets that should only be known to the Otsutsuki and Uchiha elder. Then it's settled. Mikoto shall be Naruto. No, elder. What do you mean no? I glanced up at the filthy mortal and released a little of my bloodlust and then stopped. Naruto. As I said, my answer is no. You may take Mikoto's fundings. I'll just replace them with twice the amount she already had, and as for taking the Uchiha clan compound, well. I snapped my finger and one of my guards flew up. Naruto. I want you to tear down the Uchiha clan compound and rebuild it exactly where the old Uchiha clan compound used to be, right of top of it. Make it one of the Otsutsuki compound and let's Mikoto and Sasuke live there. Civilian council member. What? Naruto. And as for the 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐵, one of my clan members will marry a human and restart the Uchiha clan. As you should know, my nephew was the one who started the Uchiha clan, and as you should know, all doujutsu are derived from the Otsutsuki, and as you should know, my other nephew started the Senju and Uzumaki clan, but after a little squabble of theirs, they changed their last names, so there won't be any need for a 𝐸𝐻 to be put in action. Do I make myself clear? And flashback. Time skip. Naruto 𝗫𝗏. It was now time for the third round of the Chunin exams. I saw that the Uchiha had a curse mark on his neck, and before he gets drawn to that snake pedo instead, I have a better way to manipulate him. Besides, if he left the village, my little Naru would become depressed, so instead I'll have the Otsutsuki train him, and once he's built enough hatred for Itachi, I'll then tell him the truth of what happened. Then all that hatred will be refocused onto the village. Naruto 𝗫𝗏. I have been training the Otsutsuki especially hard ever since that day he nearly lost, and everyone knows Otsutsuki don't lose. Flashback 30 years ago. Naruto 𝗫𝗏. It was time for the fighting portion of the exams. I was having just one member of the Otsutsuki clan compete this time. He is 5 years old. Akio Otsutsuki. He became a genin at 3, mastered medical ninjutsu at age 4, and just recently started doing handless jutsu. To be honest, people outside the clan consider him a prodigy, but the clan members consider him a slow learner. Doing things like this are just average, and not to mention he holds back in fights. Proctor. Akio Otsutsuki of the Leaf vs 𝗵𝐶 of Iowa. Ah, so he's the container of Son Goku. 𝗓𝗏. Ah, so he's Akio. You should be proud to have such a prodigy on your hands. Naruto. Barely, he's average. He only recently started handless jutsu when he should have mastered it a year ago, and he makes up for it in taijutsu and medical ninjutsu along with his doujutsu, but he has yet to awaken his Rinnegan. But where my main disappointment comes from is his inability to fight at full power, or at least half it. He holds back too much and lets his opponent gain the upper hand. He is just average compared to the real prodigies of our clan. 𝗓𝗏 was left jaw dropped and stunned to say the least. 𝗓𝗏 𝗫𝗏. What part of him isn't a prodigy just because he hasn't mastered handless jutsu completely and awakened his Rinnegan? He's 5 and he's considered average. Naruto 𝗫𝗏. Naruto. Oh look, the match is starting. I should be paying attention, but I was attention to the other match earlier. I believe the boy's name was Kakashi, and his teammate's name is Obito, Uchiha and Rin Nahara. She seems to like Kakashi despite him being 6, and Obito is jealous because he like Rin. The 2 pawns in my plan. Rin shall be sacrificed in front of Obito, driving him completely off the edge and into the darkness. Now back to the match. What the hell is going on? He's actually losing. Even if he is in tailed beast mode, Otsutsuki don't lose. He's using mother's chakra. Akio better put him in his place. I was unconsciously gripping my chair too much and unleashing a little of my bloodlust, my hair flailing up in the hair sending of sharp waves of air, my third eye opening and my started growing. 𝗓𝗏. Otsutsuki 𝗬𝐶𝐵. When I heard him, I went back to my normal face and my horn reverted and my third eye closed. Son Goku's container had just pierced a giant hole through his stomach. Akio was on the ground, but not down. As long as he was alive he could fight. Naruto. Get up now, Akio. Everyone turned at me surprised because I never yell, but I'm losing at Beckuous. He was losing, Otsutsuki, and losing don't belong in the same sentence. How? Damn it, how is he losing? I don't care if that brat is in tailed beats mode. Akio still shouldn't be losing. Naruto. Get up, Otsutsuki don't lose, damn it. By now I had completely destroyed my chair and was flying in the air, visible veins pulsing throughout my neck. Akio had gotten up. People had wide eyes. I was smirking. He had finally awoken his Rinnegan. I was about time, and Akio said 2 words. Akio. Almighty push. And impaled him with chakra rods, keeping him down, and the Iwa Jinchuriki's tailed beast mode reverted, but he had regained consciousness. I flew over to Akio, patted his head slightly for a second. Naruto. You met my expectations, but barely. Well, at least this was a fruitful fight, since you've awakened your Rinnegan, I suppose. Flashback end. Naruto 𝗫𝗏. Just as Kakashi was about to seal Sasuke's curse mark, I flew in through a portal. Kakashi. 𝗬𝗏. What are you doing here? Naruto. I'm here to remove his curse mark. Before he could say anything else, I started absorbing the seal and 5 minutes later it was gone. Naruto. Well, I'm done. I'm going to go watch the fights now. He won't need to be admitted in the hospital. All he needs to do is take a short nap. I've learned that the snake mortal was disguised as the Kazekage of the sand. They planned to attack using Shukaku. Well, the mortal snake tried to kill the idiot Hokage. I normally wouldn't plan on stepping in, but he plans on targeting Sasuke and Mikoto, mostly Sasuke, because he's still young and easy to manipulate. I wonder how mother would feel about Mikoto and Sasuke living with us as well. I would be splendid with it. She would make a fine wife for you, my son. Even for a human. I nearly choked on my tea. Guard. Otsutsuki-sama. Is everything alright, Naruto? Yes, everything is fine. The wife. What in the world, mother thinking? Naruto. Tell me what would you think about me marrying the Uchiha woman? I want no biases guard. Well, Otsutsuki-sama, you seem to care deeply for both her and her son. I don't think it would be a bad idea, Naruto. I see. I think I'll go see what little Naru is doing, Naruto. Where is Naru? Maid. Kaguya-sama is on his personal training ground sparring with Sasuke-sama, Naruto. How long have they been there? Maid. About an hour, Otsutsuki-sama. I opened a portal to little Naru's training grounds and watched little Naru and Sasuke spar before noticing my presence and coming over to me. Naru. Autumn-san, did you see I totally beat 𝐸𝐳𝐶 this time? I choked on my spit, mother's words entering my head again. Sasu. No, I totally won a Taudo. Naruto. How would you like it if I taught the two of you a new jutsu before the final round? Naru. Sasu. Really? Naruto. Yes. I opened a portal and put my hand through it, pulling out 2 scrolls. Naruto. Here's a wind style scroll, little Naru, and for little Sasu is a fire style scroll. Time skip. Naruto. Pav. I was sitting in my seat next to the 𝐬𝐲𝐵, I meant Hokage, Kazekage and Tsuchikage. I of course have my veil on. I still don't know why that Tsuchikage attended. I ordered my guard to investigate the match for Neji, and Kazuya was coming up. Kazuya. Pav. The match for Neji and I was coming up. I was on my way down walking aside some kid from the Nara clan and my former brother until we saw Reed kill some idiots and the blood sprayed everywhere. He turned to us after he finished. The Nara clan kid and my former brother were frozen in fear. Kazuya. If you're gonna kill someone, at least do it neatly, but hey, I don't have to clean it up. I almost feel bad for the janitors. I walked down to the stadium seeing Neji already there. Naruto. Pav. Tsuchikage. I heard your son and 2 members of your clan are participating. Otsutsuki-sama. Naruto. And Tsuchikage. Do you think they'll win? I knew he was trying to get under my skin. Naruto. They're all Otsutsuki, it's what's expected of them. Tsuchikage. What of your son? I heard you adopted him. This got me angry, but I didn't show it. I can't kill anyone, not yet, and risk Naru's victory, so I simply smirked. Naruto. Oh, he'll win. In fact, the Hyuga boy will be lucky if he escapes alive with the new jutsu I've taught him. Tsuchikage. Oh, and what would that be? Naruto. None of your business. Tsuchikage. You really ought to respect your elders, boy. Naruto. Shouldn't you be telling yourself that then, you fool? I was around before you were even born, or do you not know your history, boy? What have Hashirama and Madara done in my slumber? The land of rock really downgraded this much, and I thought they and Konoha were supposed to have an alliance. Clearly you don't know the history. Little Naru was about to do his big attack. Naru. Wind style. 1,000 divine slashes. He sent thousands of wind slashes towards Neji. He tried to use rotation. It failed as the slice went right through it. Time skip. Naruto. Pav. It was now time for the two Otsutsuki's match. Proctor. You may fight. Everyone was confused as to why they were not fighting. A simple reason, really, it's because clan members aren't allowed to fight each other without permission. Simple sparring and training was allowed though. The two looked at me for permission. I nodded. My guard that I had sent to investigate why the Tsuchikage was here came up to me and whispered in my ear why they were here. They had formed an alliance with Tsunagakure and were in on the attack of Konoha and wanted to capture my Naru during the attack so they could have leverage over my clan and I. The pedo disguised as the Kazekage obviously wanted Sasu as I thought earlier, but he wants Mikoto now as well, probably to breed her. Time skip. Naruto. Pav. My two clan members never had finished their fight, but Sasu's fight was interrupted and a genjutsu had been placed so obviously not affect me or my clan. That includes Naru the idiot we have for, and Hokage went to aid his family instead of defeating the threat at hand, so I did it myself. I just sealed his jutsu and had the Otsutsuki kill all of Iowa ninja. Putting Shukaku back in his container and letting Iowa and Suna flee, I repaired the village again, specifically because of Naru's and Sasu's request only. Their favorite ramen and dango shop had gotten destroyed. I stopped Sasuke from leaving the village and agreed to train him personally. The Otsutsuki clan compound where Mikoto and Sasu were living in got destroyed. I had restored that as well, but I had them come live with me and have everyone think Sasuke left the village, but have him walk around the village. Have a few ninja capture him, then I rescue him and make the Hokage look as if he's a fool in front of everyone that won't even be part of it. I'll stop the civilian council being involved in shinobi affairs while I'm at it. Naruto. Pav. How much will these ignorant shinobi keep prancing around? I have things to do, so why am I here at a clan meeting? Recently I've been attending these a lot more in the past 12 years than I usually would. I already have paperwork to do, why bother me with irrelevant matters such as this? Danzo. What do you think, Otsutsuki-sama? So they want to make Tsunade Senju 5th Hokage, but continue to keep Minato in his position as 4th Hokage. In other words, they think 2 Hokages will benefit the village. Naruto. I don't particularly care about such matters that don't involve Kazuya, Sasuke, or Mikoto. Don't call me here for trivial things such as this again. Time skip. At night. Naruto. Pav. After getting rid of that pedophile's henchman, I captured Sasuke with my hair and not bothering to get the sleeping banshee because 𝗫𝗵𝗶 knows she'll wake up screaming. I won't have my clan members woken up like that, even I'm not that cruel. Naruto. Do you really plan on leaving your mother all alone, Sasuke, for the sake of hatred and revenge? If you do, you'll end up regretting it. You and 𝐾𝐽 the only things your mother has left attached to this village. I've bared hatred towards you brothers for sealing my mother away, and believe me, I still do after them being out on their deathbeds. But you're different, Sasuke. Your brother did what he did out of love. He was even willing to kill Mikoto for you just to bear hatred towards him and kill him later if you really want power. I'll train you myself, but you're not becoming a Rouge ninja and getting trained by that pedophile snake. Mikoto would probably kill herself if that ever happened. I'm quite sure you don't want your mother committing suicide. Naruto. Itachi was ordered by the incompetent village elders to commit genocide. Sasuke stayed silent, staring at the ground. I could feel disbelief and all sorts of things coming from him. I sighed, putting him to sleep since he would have fainted either way. Opening a portal back to the compound, I disposed of the henchmen's bodies. Time skip. Naruto 𝗫𝗶. For some horrible reason I'm being called to the Hokage's office. Naruto. You old hag, you better have a good reason for calling me here. Yes, I am older than her, but in terms of youth I naturally look young, whereas she uses chakra to keep that saggy bag of flesh youthful. I looked down at the younger ninja. Why were they here? Tsunade. I want you to send a few of your clan members out on a mission to retrieve Sasuke. Naruto. So if I have this correct, you expect me to send out my clan members who are all currently busy getting other situations straight at the moment. What am I, a lapdog? Tsunade. Then you go. Naruto. Tsunade, you best calm your attitude. When in front of me you are neither above me in power or rank. I could kill you with a snap of my finger. Besides, Sasuke hasn't left the village. Banshee. Sasuke-kun hasn't left. Naruto. You've interrupted my slumber for a trivial matter such as this. Don't make that mistake again. I've been on thin ice with this village for 38 years now. Ever since that old coup took place, this village has gone downhill considerably. Hashirama may have been an idiot, but at least he knew how to make proper decisions. I opened a portal back to the compound. Naruto. Where's Mikoto? Maid. Mikoto-sama is in the East Wing garden sitting in the gazebo. I opened a portal to the gazebo. I laid my head on her lap, staring at the roof of the gazebo. Mikoto in her fingers through my hair while massaging my head. Naruto. Mikoto. Mikoto. Yes, Naruto. Naruto. Thank you for being there for 𝐾𝐽, you're like a mother to him. Mikoto. Well, every child deserves happiness, right? I never thought of it like that. No, I never cared about others' happiness until now, yet I still don't care about others. Just for people, happiness is all that matters to me. How can sure kind, caring souls be hunted and looked hated so much because of her blood? I guess I don't have a right to talk since I've thought of Hagoromo and Hamura as filthy half-breeds, and I still do, but I guess you can wait a little, right, Kasan? I'll kill whoever tries to stop me. Naruto. Mikoto. Mikoto. Yes, Naruto. Naruto. Let's get married. Naruto 𝗫𝗶. Mikoto. Yes. Naruto. I understand if it's 𝗬𝗏. Wait, what? Mikoto. I said yes, I'd love to get married to you. Sasuke and 𝐾𝐽 love you. You've been a great father to them, especially 𝐾𝐽 when no one else would accept him. I think you'd be a great man to marry. Naruto. Perfect, then I'll start planning now. How does 1 week from now sound? She looked a bit surprised. Mikoto. That's soon. Naruto. I can move the date if you want. Mikoto. Then how about a month from now? Naruto. That would give us more time to prepare. Why not? Let's throw an engagement party first. Mikoto. How about next week? Naruto. Perfect. Time skip. Naruto 𝗫𝗶. The day we were having a large dinner with 𝐾𝐽 and Sasuke a few days before the party. Mikoto wanted to invite everyone. She's too kind for her own good. She even wants to invite that Ashura's reincarnate's granddaughter. Isn't this amazing? Hell no. I wouldn't be letting anyone but the clan members attend the engagement party if it wasn't for Mikoto. 𝐾𝐽. Oh yeah, can we know why you had the chefs cook so much for one dinner? Mikoto. We have a surprise announcement to make. They started to listen and closely hearing Mikoto's words. Naruto. Well, Mikoto and I are getting married. We'd like to have your opinions on it. Sasuke. I guess I'd be okay with it. He looked away with a slight blush on his cheeks. 𝐾𝐽. Sasuke and I is secretly glad about it. He was just talking to me about if you two would ever end up together before we came here. Sasuke. Itato, I told you not to tell anyone. Mikoto. So you're happy? 𝐾𝐽. What do you mean are we? Of course we're happy. Sasuke. I mean it's about time. It was obvious you guys liked each other. You're the only ones who didn't notice it. Mikoto. Is that so? 𝐾𝐽. You know we would mind having a sibling as well. Naruto. Why not? A child could be delightful. Mikoto. And now I think we're going a little too far. Naruto. Only if you want to. You know I wouldn't mind another grandchild, Naruto. Once again I began choking on my tea, but this time Mikoto came rushing over. Mikoto. Oh my dear, are you alright? Naruto. Why yes, I'm quite alright, don't worry yourself. Mother just needs to stop scaring me. 𝐸𝐴 laughed and smiled, having a conversation with Sasuke that I understood nothing about, but that smile reminds me of when I first saw him as a baby, then again as a small child. Naruto. I remember when you were still a small 4-year-old Naru, those were great times, how the years fly by so fast now you've grown up, I miss my little Naru and Sasu, next thing you know I'll be having grandchildren. 𝐸𝐴. Darn right, and I'm not a little kid you need to baby anymore. Naruto. Then I guess there's no need to take you out for ramen anymore, along with your dongo and tomatoes, Sasuke. 𝐸𝐴. Wait, we never said that, Autumn-san. Sasuke. And it was just Dope who said he didn't need to be babied anymore. 𝐸𝐴. Yu team. Sasuke. Yes, is there something you need, Dope? 𝐸𝐴 and Sasuke began arguing. We really are a happy family, all that's needed is mother's return. Naruto. Where would you like to go for our honeymoon? Mikoto. Well, I've always wanted to visit the land of tea. Naruto. Yes, that sounds nice and peaceful. I took her to the clan's dressmakers in order for her to design the dress she wanted, and they would make it. Of course I would dare let those incompetent fools of humans make my future wife's dress. This wedding was going to be perfect, and I'd be damned if there was even the slightest of inconvenience. Naruto. Choose whatever's to your liking or have them make one to your liking. In the end I let Mikoto choose everything she wanted. Time skip. Naruto 𝗏. Mikoto wanted us to go on a family picnic outside of the compound. Before the engagement party, the gardens are perfectly fine to picnic or whatever blasphemy it was called. Mikoto came out wearing a beautiful yellow dress with a sun hat. I just colored the eyes black. The original picture is from a man called the villainous has fun today. It's a very good red if I do say so myself. Mikoto. Now don't complain, Sasuke, you all need a break. You two have been training far too much, and you, Naruto 𝐶𝑆𝑘, you're overworking yourself. Naruto. But. Mikoto. No ifs, ands or buts, we are going to do some family bonding. My sons and I were practically being dragged away. Time skip. Naruto 𝗏. Sasuke and 𝐸𝐴 were talking about food. For some reason Mikoto was picking flowers as I was relaxing in the sun. I'd much rather it be the moon, but beggars can't be choosers, then again that's why I'm not a beggar. 𝐸𝐴. And you're talking about my ramen addiction, what about your tomato addiction? Sasuke. There, you just admitted you had an addiction, dearest Itato. 𝐸𝐴. Odo-san, help me. Naruto. There Naru, you lost fair and square. Naru began to pout as I patted his head. Naruto. We should begin heading back now, the party will begin in an hour, and it'll take exactly that long to get ready. Sasuke helped Mikoto pack up everything while 𝐸𝐴 and I threw away the napkins. Time skip. Naruto 𝗏. Mikoto was wearing a beautiful purple off-shoulder dress with fabric cut into butterfly shapes, sewn onto the lower bottom half of the dress, along with a slit going through the first 2 layers of the dress, stopping at her lower thigh near her knee. I was more on the traditional side but still matched her. I wore a Rukin Hanfu. I can't believe those barbaric Inyazuka were actually invited, and let's not get started on those overweight monstrosities of Akimichi that isn't even close to the worst. All of them are here hoping for a clan alliance or hoping to have an arranged marriage set up with one of my clan members, even worse, my sons. Let's get back to what the worst actually was. The lazy ass Naras I surprisingly didn't have a problem with, but the Namikazes, I don't even know why Mikoto invited them. Her kindness know no bounds. Does it 𝐸𝐴 and Sasuke didn't even want to be here? No, they wanted to be here, they just didn't want to be around the others. The Yamanakas were the only people here with any shred of decency. Looking at Mikoto, she gave a nod. I then clanked my cup a few times. Naruto, we have an announcement to make. Even though most of my immortal life has been spent alone, we are honored to have you attended this dinner, which was more than that, but an announcement to make. Words cannot express my sincere gratitude that Mikoto Uchiha has always shown the utmost kindness to my son 𝐸𝐴, and later on, finally meeting her, I was graced with her presence. But 7 years ago a tragic accident happened. The Uchiha clan was massacred, leaving 2 survivors. I took those 2 in and treated her son as my own, and from that on he has become a true son to me. Within those 7 years I not only found myself having a new son, but also a new partner. I'd like to formally announce Mikoto and I are getting married. As such, she and Sasuke will be under the full protection of the Otsutsuki clan. That expression on everyone's faces at the completion of my sentence was absolutely unparalleled. Time skip. Naruto 𝗏. After the engagement party came a wedding, which was 3 weeks ago. During the wedding we did a blood ceremony which grants humans with eternal youth and fertility. A couple hundred years ago, a few clan members fell in love with humans, and the humans died, bringing my clan members into extreme depression, so I came up with this. And our honeymoon ended 2 weeks ago, but when we got back Mikoto fainted. I've been waiting hours outside of this door for the doctor. I've sealed off all exits and entrances to the compound, added extra guards, and transferred more maid to the east wing where Mikoto is staying. Milton then came out of the room with a smile on her face. Naruto. Is everything alright? Are you okay? What did the doctor say? Did you get food poisoning? Mikoto. No, it's none of that, Naruto. I'm pregnant. This will be them after the time skip. 𝐳𝐢𝐽𝐳𝐷𝐿. Age. 16. Looks. Long silvery white hair. Eye color. Icy blue. He's still kind of dense and very goofy at times, but a lot smarter, but also cold and distant to everyone but the clan members and his family. 𝐳𝐝𝐴 Otsutsuki. Age. 16. Looks. Long black hair with white silver strands and tips. Eye color. Onyx. Same Uchiha. He's always been, just not emo and no duck, but Kanako Otsutsuki. Age. 3. Looks. Short white silvery hair with small horn protrusions on her forehead. Eye color. Pale white eyes. 𝐫𝐞𝐦𝐵𝐴𝐞𝐦𝐵. Byakugan. Potential 𝐾𝐨. Rinnegan. Sharingan. Rin Sharingan. Potential 𝐾𝐨. All-killing ash bones. Amanamanaka. 80 gods vacuum attack. Odd. Nativity of a world of trees. Expansive truth-seeking ball. Infinite Tsukiyomi will make sense later. Rabbit hair needle. Imatsu Hirosaka personality. Will have no qualms, kill you if you pose a threat to her clan or family or harm them. A happy-go-lucky girl for the most part, mean to the villagers. Likes watching Naruto work on paperwork, playing with her brothers, pranking the villagers with Kaguya, eating tomatoes with Sasuke, shopping with her mother when her mother sings her lullabies. Hearing stories about her big brother Itachi, him she's never gotten to meet, Karen, playing with Shion's hair, spending time with Shion and Karen, hearing stories about her grandmother. Dislikes the Hyuga clan, she thinks they're copycats. Kushina, Minato, Natsuo. There's obviously no explanation needed for these. Sakura, Hinata, Danzo, Hiruzen, the elders. Kakashi, Kazuya tells her he's a pervert. Konami Otsutsuki. Age. 2. Looks. Hair. Short and black with white tips. Eye color. Pale white. Likes swimming, getting new toys, butterflies, bunnies, watching people she hates bleed, watching Kaido being carried by Kazuya or Sasuke, making things pop up out of nowhere, sleeping, painting, scribbling, dango, boat rides. Ino dislikes people interrupting her playtime, people taking her food, having nap time interrupted. A certain pink-haired ninja. Kushina personality. She is a demon child. You would have been better off not meeting her at all. She might look and act cute, but when she's away from her family, she's plotting all sorts of shit, ways to make you miserable. You may think her parents don't know how she acts, but they know all too well. They just don't care about you. She's only genuinely nice to you if she cares about you, so if you aren't a clan member. Kazuya, Sasuke, her siblings, Karen, Shion, Sujetsu, her mother or her father, best be prepared to face the devil. 𝐾𝐽. Byakugan. Rinnegan. Sharingan. Rin Sharingan 𝐾𝐽. All-killing ash bones. Amanamanaka. 80 gods vacuum attack. Odd. Nativity of a world of trees. Expansive truth-seeking ball. Infinite Tsukiyomi. Rabbit hair needle. Imatsu Hirosaka. Idol Otsutsuki. Gender. Male. Age. 1 month. Looks. Hair color. White. Eye color. Pale white. 𝐾𝐽. Byakugan. Rinnegan. Sharingan. Rin Sharingan 𝐾𝐽. All-killing ash bones. Amanamanaka. 80 gods vacuum attack. Odd. Nativity of a world of trees. Expansive truth-seeking ball. Infinite Tsukiyomi. Rabbit hair needle. Imatsu Hirosaka. His father's genes are a lot more dominant, causing Kaido to have his third eye from birth, that third eye containing the Rin Sharingan. Priestess Shion will be Kazuya's love interest. Parin Uzumaki will be Sasuke's love interest. I used a spin the wheel to decide how many children they would have. The max was 4, the minimum was 1. Surprisingly enough, they both landed on 4. Kazuya and Shion's children. Noral Otsutsuki. Age 13. Ariko Otsutsuki. Age 12. Tsutsuna Otsutsuki. Age 12. Sayori Otsutsuki. Age 4. Sasuke and Karen's children. Samura Otsutsuki Uchiha Uzumaki. Age 13. Kahora Otsutsuki Uchiha Uzumaki. Age 5. Sumiko Otsutsuki Uchiha Uzumaki. Age 4. Itachi Otsutsuki Uchiha Uzumaki. Gender. Male. Age? 1. You'll find out the 𝐫𝐸𝐵𝐵 later. If I were to type it all out now it would give spoilers. Naruto 𝗫𝗶. I've been preparing non-stop for the new baby. 8 months have passed since Mikoto was announced pregnant. Naru and Sasuke and been in and out the compound a lot. Meanwhile I was preparing the birthing room. No one outside the clan knows about this either. It's plain and small, but it'll do for now since I wasn't expecting the sudden news. I got distracted with taking care of Mikoto and forgot about preparing a birthing room. Since Hagoromo's wife died giving birth to his children, which is why I thought 2 steps ahead and had this room prepared. It is specially built-in barrier and chakra retainers. The human mothers of the other clan members survived, but it might be a different case for Mikoto considering the chakra the baby possesses. She might die from it. I didn't hide this fact from her, but she still wanted to keep it. I knew she would, which is why all these preparations are being made. She's now at 0 risk of dying. I wouldn't dare have an inadequate preparation. I had a crib put in my office. I left Kezai's old toys there. I feel like it was only yesterday I put a few toys along with a bed in my office, so Kezai wouldn't be alone. I didn't even mind when he'd spill ramen on my paperwork. I wish he was a little kid again. I missed those chubby cheeks of his. I was stuck in my thoughts until I heard a scream. In the labor room. Naruto. What do you mean she's in labor? The baby isn't due for another month. Doctor. Well, Otsutsuki-sama, these things can be triggered by a premature birth in a previous pregnancy, such as when she was carrying Sasuke-sama. She was completely healthy during the pregnancy, so this is the only thing that would have triggered it. Naruto. So nothing is wrong, the only thing that triggered it was her previous pregnancy with Sasuke. Doctor. And no, Otsutsuki-sama, she and the baby are completely healthy. Naruto. Good Beck. Mikoto. Naruto. I dropped the doctor and flew over to Mikoto holding her hand. Time skip. 3rd person 𝗫𝗶. After 13 long hours of screaming, the 42-year-old Uchiha finally gave birth. Mikoto. As she's not crying. Doctor. Thank goodness. Naruto had glared at the horned doctor. Doctor. Alright, Mikoto-sama isn't accustomed to this. If the baby was crying it would be a terrible thing, meaning the baby is unhealthy or something is wrong. The fact that she isn't crying is a great thing. Mikoto took a sigh of relief at the information she was given. Mikoto. What should we name her? Naruto. Naruto. How about Kanako? It means child of great blessings. Mikoto. She really is a blessing, isn't she? Naruto. Indeed she is. Maid. Sasuke-sama and Kaguya-sama. Wait, Mikoto-sama is resting. Sasuke and Kaguya were heard barging through the door. Mikoto. Kaguya, Sasuke, say hi to your little sister, Kanako. She handed the horned newborn over and her husband, who flinched, not wanting to harm her, unsure of how to hold her. Mikoto. Just support the head. Naruto. Naruto. Let's let your mother rest. Kaguya, Sasuke. Naruto flew out the room with Kaguya and Sasuke following behind. Reaching the baby room, Naruto laid Kanako down in the bassinet. Kaguya. Wow, she's so chubby. Sasuke. Her cheeks are all puffy. Kanako. Blah blah. Kaguya. Sasuke. So cute. Kaguya. Odo-san, when will she start talking? Sasuke. Dobe, she was just born not a few minutes ago. Kaguya. I'm just asking, Team Sheesh. Naruto. She should start talking in about 3 months. Kaguya. Kanako. Otsutsuki has a nice ring to it. Kanako. What? Kaguya. Wait, why are you crying? Did I do something wrong? Nikki, sorry, I didn't mean to do whatever I did. Naruto. You didn't do anything wrong, Naru, she's just not familiar with you yet. Here, hold her. Naruto gently sat the horned baby in the blonde's arms. Kaguya. There Kanako, don't cry, your Nikki's got you. Everything was going good until she started floating in the air. Kaguya. Oh, Odo-san, is she supposed to be doing that? Naruto. Yes, she's fine, Naru. Naruto flew up, taking Kanako into his arms. Naruto. You're full of surprises, aren't you? I didn't expect you to start flying so soon. Kanako giggled, then stopped. Soon she started squirming, her nose started to twitch. It would have been cute if she hadn't blown a hole through the floors of her compound at the same time. Naruto. No, Sasuke, that is not supposed to happen. Naruto was prepared for everything that was to come with having a baby, but this was not one of them. He was clueless. An immortal being who was on this planet for over 1,000 years was clueless, and you can't really blame him. His newborn, not an hour-old daughter, obliterated half of her compound with a sneeze. Kaguya. I think we should have a new compound made. Sasuke. I second that. Kanako. 𝗫𝗶𝗶. Naruto. I completely agree. Kaguya 𝗫𝗶. A month passed and we just found out Aka-sen was pregnant. Again, Sasuke and I had left the village to train. Before I could do anything I had to put some furniture. I wasn't going to sleep on a cold hard floor. Well, not again, at least it's not like that anymore. One of the places Odo-san had given me was destroyed. An accident had occurred during my training, and I was forced to stay in bed at a nearby inn for a week. It would have been a month if it weren't for my healing factor. I had moved into another mansion that was barely furnished after I would walk again. But putting that aside, my eyes and hair are a completely different color. Those horrid whiskers of mine have faded, and I couldn't be any more grateful. 𝐫𝐲. No, never mind, not there, put it over there in the corner. Ugh, no, that looks ugly. No, what, just throw it away. I'll just have to buy a new one in a different color. It's a lot smaller than my compound at home, but it'll do. Feels just like home. 𝐫𝐲. I'm going to bed. You're all dismissed. I left for my room, changed clothes, then got in bed. Flashback. Kushina. 𝐾𝐨. 𝐫𝐲. Why yes, Oaka-san. Kushina. You broke my special vase. 𝐫𝐲. And no, I didn't. It was Natsuo. Kushina. Now you're lying. Natsuo would never do something like that. You demon child. There, Arideed could be seen laughing behind the corner as his twin got yelled at and things were thrown around him. He began getting hit with a cooking utensil. It wasn't even his fault, he didn't do anything wrong. Why couldn't he just be treated like every other child? 𝐫𝐲 covered his head with his frail, bony hands that were already cut up. His thumb on his right hand was broken and shaking in fear. When she turned around to get something else, he ran for the door. He ran and ran far away, falling on a pile of trash. He hid in a dark alleyway, knees to his chest, arms wrapped around his legs. Why did he have to go through this? 𝐫𝐲. While he had seemingly fell asleep, a pale-skinned woman with long hair, head and arms reached outwards almost as if she was cradling him. He felt warm and peaceful. Flashback end. 𝐫𝐲 had shot awake, breathing heavily, jumping up out of bed, leaning on the wall, trying to make his way to the bathroom. While his legs were shaking, he held tightly onto the wall, as if he were hanging on for dear life. The wall crumbled under his grip, breaking it almost the entire wall. The torn down 𝐾𝐲 nearly lost his balance. 𝐫𝐲. Am I really nothing but a demon child? He mumbled to himself, stumbling over to his bathroom. He stripped off his clothing and soaked himself in an ice-cold bath. The sun began to rise, shining through the window. 𝐾𝐲 glared through his silver bangs at the feeling of the sun meeting his eyes. He splashed some of the water on his face, then got out and changed. 𝐫𝐲 had eaten a few apples. After that he put his weights on and began his usual training. It continued for a few hours, until he got interrupted by a maid. Maid. Kaguya-sama. 𝐫𝐲. What is it? I thought I had told you not to bother me when I was training. Maid. The guards captured an intruder. 𝐫𝐲. Oh, really, an intruder? Maid. Yes, Kaguya-sama, what would you like us to do with him? 𝐫𝐲. Bring him to the winter room. Maid. Of course, Kaguya-sama. 𝐫𝐲 continued to train for another hour before cleaning himself up and leaving for his favorite room in the mansion. He grabbed the books he wanted to read after training and walked across the mansion. The winter room is his favorite room in the place. It uses a crystal containing chakra to make an artificial winter simulation. That way the snow that falls and the rare flowers that only grow in winter will never die or stop blooming. He walked in the room with a stack of books in one arm and a plate of steak in his other hand. Man, it's cold. 𝐫𝐲. Yes, I quite enjoy it. It keeps my heart from being thawed out and warmed up. Man. You're nothing but a demon child. That fool of a leader of the Otsutsuki clan, and that Uchiha woman with evil in her blood, may have accepted you, but you're not fooling the village. 𝐫𝐲. Congratulations, you've just earned yourself a knife in the leg. 𝐫𝐲 tolerated the insults to himself, but not to his family, the family who had taken him in, the family who loved him, a family who had taken away his pain. Slandering them would not be tolerated. Man. WHAHHH. As he tried speaking, a knife was thrown in his leg, interrupting his talking. 𝐫𝐲. I wish you would shut up. I'm trying to enjoy my meal. Besides, I'm only living up to the name you people gave me. After I finish eating we can begin the torture if you haven't died of frostbite or hypothermia by then. Man. Why you're insane, see crazy. 𝐫𝐲. I thought I asked you to shut up, but keep going. I appreciate the compliments. The man had somehow escaped the ropes and threw a sword at 𝐾𝐲, to which he simply tilted his head and kept eating. He took the last bite of steak, cleaned the fork, then launched it at the man's eye. 𝐫𝐲. You can persist all you want in trying to escape. I'm the only one who can leave. Your blood wasn't registered on the seal upon entering, and only a select few servants of mine have their blood registered to this room. So in conclusion, what do you think would happen if you were to enter without being registered? 𝐫𝐲. You don't know. Well, let me answer the question for you. You won't be able to leave, which in your case being dying here either of the cold or starvation, whichever comes first. Have fun rotting. Bye. Too bad you wouldn't entertain me. Your screams were unrealistic. Hatching up to current events, 𝐾𝐲 is about to kidnap someone. 𝐾𝐲. What's your name? 𝐬𝐿. Hummy. 𝐾𝐲. There isn't anyone else here, is there? 𝐬𝐿. I guess not, I'm 𝐬𝐲. 𝐬𝐽. Well 𝐬𝐲, don't you have any friends? 𝐬𝐲. No, everyone avoids me. So she's like me. 𝐬𝐽. Then let's hang out in my house. 𝐬𝐲. What do you mean hang out at your house, we just met? I threw her over my shoulder and hopped up in the trees. 𝐬𝐽. That's all the more reason to hang out, let's get to know each other. 𝐬𝐲. Are you crazy? 𝐻𝐻, that's a cliff, you really are crazy, let me go. It's not that bad, I wish she would stop squirming, she's making it hard to land. Sheesh, was this really a good idea now that I think about it? 𝐬𝐽. Just relax. 𝐬𝐲. How can I relax when I've been thrown over your shoulders and now we're falling off of a cliff? 𝐬𝐽. We aren't falling, we already landed in the trees. 𝐬𝐲. Oh. 𝐬𝐽. Haha, you actually thought I'd let the both of us fall to death. 𝐬𝐲. Shut up, you can't blame me, any normal person would have screamed as well. 𝐬𝐽. But you aren't normal, I guess you're still a person though. 𝐬𝐲. This is your home, it's huge, even bigger than mine. 𝐬𝐽. Guess so, but this is just a vacation home, my actual home is bigger than this. 𝐬𝐲. How is that even possible? 𝐬𝐽. I dunno. I shrugged my shoulders. 𝐬𝐲. Why do you even want to hang out with me? There are plenty of other people who'd love to be friends with you. 𝐬𝐽. You and I are alike, that's why everyone else is boring and uninteresting. I'd rather hang out with someone who knows how I used to feel. 𝐬𝐲. How would you have any idea how I feel? 𝐬𝐽. Cause I was treated as an outcast as well, people beat me, yelled at me, hell even my parents abused, neglected me and starved me, how about you? 𝐬𝐲. How do you say something like that so absent-mindedly? 𝐬𝐽. I dunno, I just don't care anymore, I still get dirty looks at people from the village, but it got better when Oto-san intervened, though I still get the dirty looks. 𝐬𝐲. I thought you said your parents abused you. 𝐬𝐽. They aren't my parents anymore, my Oto-san adopted me and married my 𝐫𝐞𝐽, she's really kind. 𝐬𝐲. My 𝐫𝐞𝐽 died, I never knew my Oto-san, but I inherited my 𝐫𝐽's gift of seeing the future, and they're very accurate, and it made people shun me in fear, leaving me isolated and lonely, with only my mother to comfort and accompany, but she died not too long ago, so I was left alone. She explained. 𝐬𝐽. Wow, we sound so depressing. 𝐬𝐲, you brought it up first, I just continued. 𝐬𝐽. Yeah, but you didn't have to. I grinned as her lips parted in slight shock. I hope you guys liked the story. If you did, click on any of the videos which are popping on the screen right now. I promise you'll love them too. If you like my videos, you can like and subscribe too. I'll see you on another amazing What If video, guys. Love you all, peace.